Hello everyone, and welcome back to This Real English. I am so happy you are here today. For today's listening practice, I have a story for you about shopping for new technology. We will talk about buying a new laptop and a new smartphone. This story is perfect for B1 level students because I will use clear language and repeat important vocabulary. The goal is to help you practice your listening skills in a fun way. So relax, get ready to listen, and let's begin my story. My story starts a few weeks ago. My old laptop was very slow. It took a long time to start or open a website. It was too old. The battery was also terrible. I could only use it for 1 hour without plugging it in. My phone was old too. The battery was the biggest problem. It didn't last a full day. I had to charge it all the time. The camera was not very good either. My photos were always a little dark and not clear. I knew it was time for a change. I needed a new laptop and a new phone. So I decided it was time to buy new technology. Before I went to the store, I made a plan. I sat down and made a list of what I needed. For my laptop, I need something for work. So I need a good keyboard and a screen that is big enough but not too heavy. A good battery is very important, and it must be fast. For my phone, the most important thing for me was the camera. I love taking pictures. A good battery is also important, of course. I want a screen that is bright and beautiful for looking at photos. Now I had my list. I was ready to go shopping. The next day, I went to a big electronics store. It was very big and bright, with all kinds of technology. I was excited to be there. I decided to look for the laptop first. I walked to the laptop section. There were so many choices. There were thin laptops, heavy laptops, small laptops, and big laptops. It was a little confusing. How could I choose the right one for me? I knew I needed some help. I was looking at the laptops when a salesperson came to help me. He was friendly and had a big smile. He asked, "Hello, can I help you find something today?" I was happy for the help. I said, "Yes, please. I'm looking for a new laptop for my work. My old one is very slow." He asked, "What do you usually use your laptop for?" I told him, "I use it for writing and for the internet. I also watch videos. I need something fast with a good battery and a comfortable keyboard." He listened carefully and said he could help. The salesperson said, "Okay, I have 2 great options for you." He showed me 2 laptops. The first one was the Starlight 14. It was silver, thin, and looked very modern. The second one was the ProBook X. It was dark gray and looked very strong and professional. He said, "These are both excellent laptops, but they are a little different. We can compare them to find the best one for you." I thought this was a good idea. Comparing them would make the decision much easier. "Let's compare them," he said. First, the screen. The Starlight 14 has a 14-inch screen. The ProBook X has a 15.6-inch screen. So the screen on the ProBook X is bigger than the screen on the Starlight 14. A bigger screen can be better for work. Next, we compared the weight. He picked up the Starlight 14. "This one is very light," he said. "It weighs only 1.2 kilograms. Then he picked up the ProBook X. "This one is heavier. It weighs 1.8 kilograms. So the Starlight 14 is lighter than the ProBook X. This was an important difference." "Now let's talk about the battery," the salesperson said. "The Starlight 14 has a good battery. It can last for about 10 hours. The ProBook X has a better battery. It can last for about 12 hours. So the ProBook X has a longer battery life than the Starlight 14. Then we talked about power and speed. He explained, the ProBook X is more powerful. It has a faster processor and more memory. This means it can open programs faster. The Starlight 14 is fast too, but the ProBook X is faster. Finally, the price. The Starlight 14 was cheaper. The ProBook X was more expensive. So I had a choice. The Starlight 14 was lighter and cheaper. The ProBook X was heavier, but it had a bigger screen, a longer battery life, and it was more powerful. It was a difficult decision. I thought about my work. I remembered how slow my old laptop was. I want my new laptop to be fast for many years. I also liked the bigger screen. Even though it was more expensive, I felt the ProBook X was a better choice for me. I told the salesperson, I've decided. I will take the ProBook X. He said, excellent choice. You will be happy with it. Okay, one decision made. I felt great. Now I needed a phone. I walked over to the phone section. There were so many new phones on display. I told the salesperson that I now needed a new phone. He asked, what is the most important feature for you in a phone? I remembered my list. I said, the camera. I want the best camera possible because I love taking photos. He smiled. Ah, a photographer. Then I have 2 phones you must see. He showed me 2 phones. The first one was the Galaxy Ray. It had a huge, bright screen. The second phone was the Pixel Pro. It looked simpler but very nice. He said, the Galaxy Ray is famous for its amazing camera. The Pixel Pro is famous for its very long battery life. Just like the laptops, these were 2 great choices with different good points. I picked up both phones to feel them in my hand. They both felt nice. Let's talk about the cameras, he said. The Galaxy Ray has 3 cameras on the back. It has a main camera, a wide camera, and a zoom camera. The photos are incredibly detailed. He showed me some beautiful example pictures. The Pixel Pro has a very good camera too, he explained. It takes very natural photos, but the Galaxy Ray's camera is better in the dark, and its zoom is more powerful than the Pixel Pro's zoom. The more powerful camera on the Galaxy Ray sounded very good to me. But what about the battery? I asked. This is where the Pixel Pro is the winner, he said. The Pixel Pro has a bigger battery. It can last for a day and a half. The Galaxy Ray has a good battery that lasts for 1 full day, but the battery in the Pixel Pro is better. It lasts longer than the Galaxy Ray's battery. We also looked at the screens. The screen on the Galaxy Ray is a little bigger and brighter than the Pixel Pro screen. The price for both phones was almost the same. This was another difficult choice. A better camera or a longer battery life. I thought about my day. I am usually near a charger, so a battery that lasts 1 full day is okay for me. But a better camera would make me very happy. I want to take better photos of my family and my holidays. For me, the better camera is more important than the longer battery life. So I made my decision. I will take the Galaxy Ray, I said. I am very excited about that camera. I was very happy. I had chosen a new laptop and a new phone. The salesperson got a new box for each item for me. We went to the checkout counter. The total price was a lot, but I had saved money for this. I knew they were important tools for my daily life. I paid with my card. The salesperson put everything in a big shopping bag for me. He said, "Enjoy your new technology." I thanked him for his help and walked out of the store feeling very satisfied with my choices. When I got home, I was so excited. I put the bag on my table and carefully took out the boxes. First, I opened the ProBook X laptop. It was beautiful. I turned it on and it started in just a few seconds. It was so fast. Then I opened the Galaxy Ray phone. It was also beautiful. I turned it on and the screen was so bright. I opened the camera and took a picture of my dog. The photo was incredible, so sharp and detailed. I was very happy with my new laptop and my new phone. So that is my story about shopping for new technology. It was a good day. As you heard in my story, it is important to compare features. Remember the words we used? One screen was bigger than the other. One laptop was lighter than the other. One laptop was more powerful than the other. And one was more expensive than the other. Using these comparison words like bigger, lighter, more powerful, and more expensive helps you make a good decision when you are shopping. I hope this story was useful for your English listening practice. You can practice by listening to the story again. Try to write down all the comparison sentences you hear. For example, the ProBook X is faster than the Starlight 14. This will help you remember the vocabulary. Thank you for listening today. I hope you enjoyed my story. Please leave a comment and tell me about your phone or laptop. I love reading your comments. Until next time, happy learning.